Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am Mike Benitez. Today we'll be doing another train crash video. Today we'll be doing one of the 1989 El Cajon Pass train crash. Let's take a look and see what happened on that day. May 12th, 1989. A Southern Pacific train is heading up the Cajon Pass. The train is pulled by four engines, number 8278, number 7551, number 7549, and number 9340. The train also has two helper engines at the rear of the train, number 8317 and number 7443. Originally, there was only going to be 5 locomotives. However, 7551 was having engine troubles. So, SP-8278 was put on the head of the train to help out. However, the train was named Southern Pacific 7551 West, hinting the number of this locomotive. The train itself is of 69 cars. Of 69 hopper cars full of trona, a mineral. However, what will happen next to these 6 locomotives will go down in history as one of the most famous wrecks in the Cajon Pass history. As the train reaches the top of the Cajon Pass, the train stops to test their brakes. The engineers test the brakes 3 times, but all 3 work, and so the train heads down the Cajon Pass. However, the conductor realizes that the train is going a bit fast. The speed limit on the Cajon Pass is, I think it was said 15 miles an hour, but the train ends up going faster. 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, 50. The engineer realizes, and then they try to put on the brakes, but they don't work. They don't work. The train has now become a complete runaway. 6 locomotives and 79 cars rocket down the Cajon Pass at nearly 80 miles an hour. It's like gravity had hijacked the train, and now the crew members were just passengers as the train rockets down the mountain. However, it was worse to come. When the lead engineer realized there was a curve up ahead, he tried to warn the dispatcher what was about to happen. However, there was nothing to do to stop the runaway train. As the train rounds the curve, all crew lose hope as all hell breaks loose. This simulation, taken from a train wreck documentary, shows exactly what happened. I do not own any of these footage. Everything goes to rightful owners. Viewer discretion is advised. Here we see what happens.
The train was going 105 miles an hour when it hit a curve near the base of the mountain. People were still having their breakfast when the train jumped the tracks, plowed down the hill, and
at 7:36 a.m. on May 12, 1989, the unthinkable happens. The train careers off a bridge. The entire train, not off the bridge, but off the tracks. The entire 74-car train, including all 6 locomotives, plow off the tracks. Worst of all, the track is right next to Duffy Street. The entire train plows into the residential area. People were still having their breakfast or taking a shower when this happened. Not even a swimming pool could match the force of the train. Once the dust had cleared, everything was in a complete wrecked sight. The conductor, head-end brakeman, and 2 residents in the houses were killed in the crash. Here we see the lead locomotives cluttered and literally blown to bits and destroyed beyond recognition. were still trying to figure out what had happened when medical people arrived on the scene. Here we see locomotives. All except the two locomotives at the rear were completely destroyed and were later scrapped. Here we can see the remains of a buried house covered by trona. And here we see a completely destroyed house, as locomotives were literally just tossed like toys into the buildings. However, the worst was yet to come. 13 days after the initial crash, shortly after a Southern Pacific train crossed the area of the crash, while an excavator was cleaning out some debris, it accidentally burst a pipeline. I think it was called the Kalnev pipeline, I think, showering people what looked to be a liquid vapor. However, soon it would erupt into a Duffy Street was literally erupt in a giant fireball. The fire would destroy 21 cars and 11 other houses and would fatally burn 2 other people. The deaths have now become 6. 6 total deaths. 4 in the crash itself, and 2 in the fire. But the question was, what caused this wreck to happen? And could it have been prevented? Well, what happened was that even though the brakes were tested twice, it was found out that there was a kink in one of the air hoses, and the brakes of the third engine were not working properly. And since the second locomotive was having mechanical problems, this would also cause a key factor in what would happen. What would happen that day? The fire, the wreck, everything. I'm surprised that even the lead engineer was able to survive the crash, even though he suffered a ruptured lung and broken ribs. What do you guys think? Could somebody have ever survived a crash this bad? Well, the 2 locomotives at the rear of the train were later put back into service, but the 4 other locomotives, well, let's just say they were sent to the scrap heap. This wreck remains a key moment in the history of Duffy Street in San Bernardino. People still remember it. Can't you believe it, guys? Just waking up, eating breakfast, and all of a sudden, a train crashes through your neighborhood? Trust me. If it was me, I would have been terrified and shocked, just like those people that were that day, and confused of what happened, what caused this wreck. However, it was pretty plain obvious. A kink in the air hose, and accidental errors that caused the wreck. Even though the train was 69 cars long, it could have been able to stop. However, it wasn't possible. The crew had underestimated the large amount of the train that was carrying, so there was no way to stop the runaway train. People wanted more key features on any train going on the Cajon Pass. However, it would take until two more wrecks at the Cajon Pass to make it safe to make the train safer. However, we'll be talking about that in another video. I am Mike Benitez. Thank you for hearing the story of the famous San Bernardino train crash of 1989. Thank you.